So I've been on a lot of podcasts lately, and one of the things that I get asked consistently is, what is the one financial mistake you see a lot of people doing? And my answer will surprise them sometimes. Now, sometimes I answer different things, but this is an ongoing thing that I work with clients on consistently. And it is having a perfectionism attitude. Now, I don't even know if that's the right grammar for it, but perfectionism, or being a perfectionist and holding ourselves to a higher standard than we actually would anybody else, actually hurts your finances a lot more than you think. So I'm going to use a health analogy because I'm always working on my health and getting healthier and all that stuff, right? I turned 40 and all of a sudden I want to be healthier, right? So I've been reading a lot about the gut and gut health and how that actually helps you with brain fog and with other things that happen after you turn age 40, but even before that, right? And so I've been talking to my husband, I've been looking at different things, and we're trying to work on our gut health. And instead of overhauling our entire way that we eat, we've decided to just add one thing to our diet every day that helps with gut health, whether that's kefir, some sauerkraut, some kimchi, just eating a little bit more fruits and vegetables. Things like that can actually help with your gut health. And we've noticed that it made a change. And what happens when you add one thing to your diet every day that's focused on gut health is you start to build on that. You start to feel better and you're like, wow, that kimchi really actually has been helping me this week. Maybe I'll add some extra vegetables. Maybe I'll take away some of the processed food I'm eating. And it starts to build so that you're making those choices for yourself that fit. And you're doing it in a steady way that allows you to make changes in a way that you can do it and keep it up, right? There's that old story of the tortoise and the hare. We all want to be the hare. We want to go fast. We want to make the change. We want to feel amazing because the faster we go, the bigger the change will be, and we will feel it and it'll be amazing. Well, that's not the way life works. If you've got a goal to save $1,000 a month, that's an amazing goal. But if you haven't been saving anything before that, it can be very difficult. Where is that $1,000 coming from? Well, nobody wants to do a budget. I don't blame them. Doing budgets are boring and make you feel bad about yourself. So people just say, well, I'm going to save it. And they don't have a plan. And then they fail the first month. Or maybe they only save $100 or $200 and they go, okay, next month it's going to have to be, my goal is $12,000 this year. So I've got to do more. I've got to do close to, $1,900 now for the next month. I've got to save to catch up. And that's going to be very difficult to do. So we just keep putting ourselves off until we hit month 4 or 5 and we go, we haven't been saving hardly anything. Forget it. Just forget it. Just forget it. It's horrible. And that's not the mentality we should be doing. If your goal is to eventually save $1,000 per month, because that will get you to your financial goal, don't just choose a number. You need to have an idea of why you're choosing that number and what it's going to do for you first and foremost. So I'm using that as an example, but that might not be your number. It might be 500. It might be 5,000. Maybe you're behind on retirement on what you want for your life. So just use that with a grain of salt, and you should know why you're saving that money. What's the reason behind it? What are we trying to accomplish? All of that is very important with motivation as well. And I can go into that in other videos. But if you haven't saved anything, instead of jumping to 1,000, maybe making that your goal is the key, and saying, okay, well, I'm going to start with $100 or $150 this month. And once you hit that, you can kind of go, well, that was really easy. Maybe I could do $250 and move it along that way. And so we as human beings tend to be competitive with others, but also with ourselves, right? That's what makes us so amazing as a country, is we're constantly trying to build and trying to do something new and be the first to do something. And so why not use what we have innately and build on that, right? So if you've got $100 or $150 that you've saved this month, use that momentum. Maybe the next month you do 200, maybe not, maybe you do 150 again, and that's okay. And then in a couple of months you go, okay, I can do more. Let's do 200, let's do 250. We start to build a momentum. But I will tell you that once you start to feel good about yourself, then you start to build on it rather than starting with some perfect idea of what we think we should be doing and feeling horrible, because you're not going to do anything then. You're not going to save anything. And that's not helpful for your overall goal, which was to take care of yourself in the future and to live the life that you love now. With some money in the bank, you're actually able to do things that maybe you couldn't do before. And this goes for people who make $20,000 a year and people who make, $1 million a year. Some people who make $1 million a year are living paycheck to paycheck because they don't have control over their money. And if you can save $100 a month, now you've got some control. And it's that momentum that will build so that you can actually control your money and be able to live the life you want to live. Isn't it sound amazing? So don't let that perfectionist mentality get in your way of just starting. Just starting is the key. Just do it, right? Just do it. Just start. And you will start to build on it because you are going to feel better and better, and you're going to continue to win. And when we win, we want to do more. So take away that perfectionism, give yourself a break, be kind to yourself, because there will be months that maybe you can't save it all, and that's okay. We are just going to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and start again. And maybe by the end of the year, we're at $1,000 a month, but maybe we're not. But at least you still did your goal, which was to save. And that's where you have to be kind to yourself. So we do this at One Vision all the time. We help people build plans, figure out what their number is that they should be saving, figure out ways that they can do that, and figure out ways that they can live their best life. So if that sounds like something you want, give us a call. We are happy to help you. One Vision Retirement, your retirement in 2020 vision.